If you're not new to my channel, you know that most of my content kind of centers around my main side hustle, which is selling digital products on Etsy. But what a lot of you guys don't know is that I've actually tried out a lot of side hustles before I finally landed on digital products. And when I was in college, I was actually somewhat of a serial side hustler. Because my schedule was so weird with my classes, it was actually a lot easier for me to have a bunch of different side hustles than it was for me to just get a part-time hourly job. So I've tried a lot of different side hustles, and some of them were worth it and some of them weren't. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the 7 side hustles that I've already tried. I'm going to give you the pros and cons of each of them and let you know whether or not it was worth it. And I'm also going to tell you how much money each of those side hustles has made me. Then towards the end of the video, I'm going to share 3 side hustles that I'm planning on starting because I'm actually going back to school in the fall to go to grad school. So the first side hustle that I want to talk about is the main one that I talk about on this channel, and that is my Etsy shop. So I started my Etsy shop a little bit over a year ago, and I have a whole video on my channel where I talk about exactly how I got started. But long story short, I basically started an Etsy shop selling digital products, and I sell Canva templates for small business owners, and it was really easy to get started. I literally spent exactly 20 cents to post my first listing on Etsy. I got my first sale a little bit over a week after I posted my first listing, and since then I've slowly added more and more products to my shop. So right now I have like 65 products listed total, and as of today I've earned a little bit over $22,000 total. So I'll put a screenshot up on the screen so that way you can see that. So nowadays every month I normally earn between $2,000 and $2,200 from Etsy, and I normally add between 1 and 4 new products to my shop every month. And the reason that I really like this side hustle is because even if I left my shop alone, I would still earn the same amount of money that I've already been earning every month. And that's because I only sell digital products. So once I've made the product, all I have to do is post it, and then people can just keep buying it for as long as I have it posted. So the concept of continuing to get paid for work that you've already done is known as passive income. And there are actually 4 more side hustle ideas that I'm going to talk about in this video that have the potential to generate passive income. So if you're interested in starting a side hustle that can generate passive income, you should keep watching until the end of the video. As far as how easy this one is to start, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 stars. I think nowadays it costs $15 if you're going to start a brand new Etsy shop. But other than that, if you're selling digital downloads like I do, you don't need any money to start, and you just need to know how to use Canva. For income potential, I'm also going to give this one a 5 out of 5 stars. The fact that selling downloadable templates covers my rent and my car expenses is like super crazy to me. And like I said, I'm consistently making over $2,000 a month. And that's with me only working on the shop maybe 5 to 10 hours a week. And I know that the more products that I actually post on the shop, I'll be able to scale my shop earnings to earn over $5,000 a month by the end of the year. I actually have a whole playlist on my channel that's a free digital product course for beginners, and it'll kind of walk you through some easy digital product ideas and how to get your first sales. So if you like this side hustle idea and you want to get started, make sure to check that playlist out at the end of this video. Okay, so side hustle idea number 2 that I've actually tried before is a super common one that a lot of people have tried, and that's driving with DoorDash. I actually drove for DoorDash like a lot during my last semester of college, and then after I graduated. Looking back, I really appreciated that I took the time and started DoorDashing because I used the time that I was driving to listen to YouTube videos like this one and audiobooks and podcasts that ended up giving me the idea to actually start my Etsy shop and earn passive income. So looking back, driving for DoorDash was kind of an investment for me, but other than that, I wouldn't say there are really any pros. Driving for DoorDash, you get paid very little for your time. So I was making anywhere between $4 and $7 per delivery on average. And I think the only reason I was able to make that work is because I drive a Toyota Prius and I drove really slow. So I got really good mileage on my car at the time. But unless you drive a car that's like super good on gas, I don't see how you would be able to make this work. As far as ease to start, I'm going to give this one a 3 out of 5 stars because like I said, I don't think it's worth it to start if you don't have a vehicle that's like really good on gas. And I know that not everyone has access to a vehicle with good fuel economy or a vehicle at all. As far as the income potential, I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5 stars because like I said, you have to pay for gas and you don't really get paid very much per delivery. The only reason I'm even giving it 1 star is because if you invest that time that you're driving and learning a skill or developing a plan to start a different business, then maybe DoorDashing can be an investment for you. But other than that, it's really not worth it unless you're really in a pinch. Okay, so the next side hustle that I've tried is social media management. And I actually started this at the same time that I was DoorDashing. So while I was driving for DoorDash and making deliveries, I would stop at the businesses that I was either picking food up from or the occasional business that I would drop food off to, and I would hand out my resumes to managers and employees. But instead of looking for an hourly job, I offered my social media services. That got old really fast, so I started looking up the businesses in my local area and looking up contact information for managers and owners. I think I ended up reaching out to like 65 different businesses in total, and I sent them some samples of different social media posts that I would make for their businesses to improve their online presence. It took a few weeks, but 2 of the businesses eventually ended up reaching back out to me. And so I started charging each of those businesses $150 a week to manage their social media pages. So I would make 14 social media posts a week in total, 7 for one business and then 7 for the other business. And with charging them each $150 a week, I ended up making $1,200 a month from this side hustle. One of the main pros of this side hustle was that I could do it at any time. So normally I would set aside one day a week and I would spend that whole day creating social media posts for each of the businesses. I did have to log on once a day to actually post the content, but other than that, it gave me a lot of flexibility for when I wanted to work on it. One of the main cons for this side hustle though was that to get started, I had to learn a lot about SEO and graphic design. And when I first started, it took me a lot of time to make each one of those social media posts. It wasn't until I sort of developed a system and got the hang of things that I was able to really make this side hustle worth my time. As far as ease to start, I'm gonna give this one a 3 out of 5 stars. It would be really easy to start if you're willing to start for free, but if you want to get paid right out the gate, it's going to take you a while to find a business that's going to trust you with their brand image. As far as earning potential, I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 5 stars because you can really set your own rates. And I think if I would have stuck with social media management and managed multiple social media pages for each business, that I would have been able to earn a lot more. Okay, so the next side hustle that I've already tried is consulting. So after I learned all the marketing and SEO skills that I needed in order to be a social media manager, I actually made a post on Fiverr offering social media consulting to different small businesses, but I didn't get any customers from that. It wasn't until I started reaching out to local businesses myself and having them book consultations through Fiverr and actually leave a review that I got any traffic from Fiverr directly. As far as ease to start, I'm gonna give this one a 2 out of 5 stars. I think anyone could really be a consultant because all you really need is like a laptop and an internet connection, but unless you have a specific skill that you can prove that you have, no one's gonna book a consultation with you. It really took me months of work to build up a reputation that enabled me to actually get paid for consultations. As far as earning potential, I'm gonna give this one a 4 out of 5 stars. I think you can get paid a lot to be a consultant, but it really depends on what industry you're consulting in and how much skill and reputation you have. So for me, I started off charging $25 for a consultation on Fiverr, and then I slowly raised my prices to $125. But at my busiest, I would only have about 3 consultations a week. Like I said, I think if you're in a different industry or you have a different provable skill set, you might be able to earn more from this particular side hustle. Okay, so the next side hustle idea that I've tried is probably one that most people don't think of when you think of side hustles, but I actually used to be a substitute teacher. So the pros of this are that you can pretty much make your own schedule. You can kind of decide when to pick up shifts or when you're going to be available. So for me, I did this while I was in college, and I was actually a substitute teacher at a preschool/daycare, and I only made myself available from 3:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. after my classes. There's a super high demand for teachers in general, which means that there's a super high demand for substitute teachers as well. So as far as ease to start, I'm gonna give this one a 4 out of 5 stars. The only reason this one isn't getting 5 stars is because I did have to complete a background check and like submit my fingerprints, which took a little bit of time. As far as earning potential goes, I'm gonna give this one a 2 out of 5 stars because most substitute teachers get paid hourly. I got paid $11 an hour for this back when I did it in 2019, which was great for me at the time, but there's really no potential to scale your income with this particular side hustle. Side hustle idea number 6 that I've already tried is YouTube. The pros of starting a YouTube channel are pretty self-explanatory. You get to do everything on your own time, you get to talk about whatever you want, and all you really need to start is an internet connection, a phone, and something you're interested in and want to document or talk about. The cons of starting a YouTube channel as a side hustle is that when you start off, you're making no money at all. And in order to grow on YouTube, you have to put a lot of time into coming up with ideas for content, filming that content, and then going back and editing that content. So you're probably wondering exactly how much I've earned from YouTube, and I'm gonna pull up my analytics so I can show you. So as you can see, I actually posted my first YouTube video on June 19th, and today is July 11th. So it was a little bit under a month ago from the day that I'm filming this video. And since June 19th, I have posted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos. I have 472 subscribers total, and I have 601 watch hours. So if you're unfamiliar with the way that YouTube monetization works, basically you don't even have the option to get monetized until your channel has 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. So I still need 600 more subscribers and 3,400 more watch hours before I can even think about getting paid for my YouTube videos. I have no idea how many subscribers I'll actually have on my channel by the time you're watching this video, but if you're watching this on a laptop, you can probably see the little number down by my username. So if you look down at my subscriber count, and it's a lot higher than the numbers that I'm sharing in this video, if you're interested in starting a YouTube channel and you want to know exactly how I grew my channel, drop a comment and let me know because I'm happy to share all the details about what I'm doing to grow my channel. So for ease to start, I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5 stars. It was really easy for me to create a new channel, pick up my phone and record a video. The hard thing is sticking with it before you actually see any results. As far as earning potential, I'm gonna give this one a 4 out of 5 stars because I know that there are a lot of different ways to monetize a YouTube channel. YouTubers can get paid from AdSense, which are the ads that run before, during, and after the videos. YouTubers can also get paid for brand deals and sponsorships. And I know that it is possible to make a living on YouTube, but I also know that it can be really challenging. And the amount of money that you get paid on YouTube actually depends on your niche and what you talk about in your videos. So this 4 out of 5 stars can really go up or down depending on what you make YouTube videos about. I've heard that channels that make videos about cars and real estate and finance generally make more money than channels that talk about makeup or gaming, for example. But if you're interested in starting a YouTube channel as a side hustle, it's important that whatever you're talking about, you're genuinely interested in and passionate about, because you're gonna have to talk about it a lot before you actually get paid. Okay, so this is side hustle number 7, and this is actually the last one that I've actually tried. And this side hustle idea is blogging. So I recently got super obsessed with the idea of starting a blog because I learned that having a website can be extremely lucrative. Like, I know that some bloggers here on YouTube are making $50,000 a month just from one website. So I actually do have a website of my own. It's called richgirlnextdoor.com, and I just posted my first article there, and I'm interested in watching that grow and seeing when I'm actually going to be able to monetize that blog. The pros of starting a blog are that it's easy and cheap to start. I used WordPress to start my blog, and then I used Bluehost to host my blog, and I think I pay like $3 a month to keep it running. The cons of starting a blog are that sometimes it doesn't pay off for years. I know some people who've written a blog post every single week for like 3 years before they even started making pocket change from their blog. Another con is that writing a blog post is extremely time consuming. I personally majored in English in college, so I'm a pretty good and pretty fast writer, but when you write a blog post, it's important that you pay attention to the keywords and SEO optimization so people can actually find your blog in the first place. And doing all that takes a lot of time. As far as ease to start, I'm gonna give this one a 4 out of 5 stars because again, it's super cheap and easy to get started. All it takes is some basic tech skills, a laptop, and an internet connection. As far as earning potential, this one's gonna get a 4 out of 5 stars. I know it's possible to make upwards of $10,000 and even $50,000 a month from a blog, but sort of like the YouTube side hustle, most people aren't gonna stick with it long enough to actually see the results of their effort. Okay, so these last 3 side hustle ideas are side hustles that I haven't tried yet, but I really want to start before the end of this year. So the first side hustle that I want to start before the end of this year is opening a second Etsy shop in a different niche. Etsy is my most lucrative side hustle, so I'm definitely interested in replicating what I've done with my first Etsy shop onto another Etsy shop. That way I can have another stream of passive income. I was actually super close to starting another Etsy shop literally the other day, but I got a little bit of analysis paralysis and I couldn't figure out exactly what I wanted to do. There's just so many different things that I'm interested in. I looked into print on demand, maybe doing Canva templates for a different niche. I've looked into party planning stuff like printable games and invitations, and I even considered selling digital planners for like half a second. I think it would actually be really interesting to document the process of starting a new Etsy shop from scratch. And if you'd be interested in seeing a video like that, let me know in the comments what kind of Etsy shop do you think I should start. Okay, so the next side hustle that I really want to start this year is affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is when brands or companies pay you to send customers to buy their products. If this isn't the first side hustle video that you've seen on YouTube, you've probably heard of Amazon Associates because that's one of the most popular affiliate marketing programs there is. From what I can tell, the pros of affiliate marketing are that it's really easy to start and it really doesn't require any work. You're just copying and pasting a link to a product that you already use and love, and then you're collecting money when people who've clicked that link have made a purchase. The con of affiliate marketing is that in order to make any money with this, you need to have a platform. I don't even think you can just sign up for the Amazon Influencer program. I think you have to be approved after an application, and I think whether or not they approve you depends on your audience size and what platform you're on. Because you need some sort of platform to start this, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5 stars for ease to start. As far as earning potential, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 stars. I don't think anyone is paying their bills with the Amazon Influencer program or any other affiliate marketing program, but I do like that this is mostly passive because like I said, all you have to do is copy and paste a link and then you keep getting paid for those purchases. And for me, if I can get paid any amount of money just for copying and pasting a link, that's pretty great. Okay, so the next side hustle that I really want to try this year is going to sound super random, but it's actually another side hustle through Amazon, and it's Amazon reviews. The only thing that stopped me from doing this already is that in order to start, you have to be in the Amazon Influencer program as well. But if you've ever made a purchase on Amazon, especially if it's tech or like a piece of furniture, sometimes if you scroll down under the product and you check the reviews, there are videos of people opening the product, using the product, or talking about the product. If you're seeing a review like that, 9 times out of 10, someone's actually getting paid for that review because Amazon pays influencers for posting review videos directly on Amazon. Amazon. For pros, I like that you don't have to buy anything new. You can literally just look up the stuff you already have around your house and see if they're selling it on Amazon and make a review video about it. So I think in that way it's easy to start, but again, you have to be in the influencer program, and in order to be in the influencer program, you have to have an audience. So this one is also going to get a 2 out of 5 stars. For earning potential, I'm also going to give this one a 2 out of 5 stars because like I said, these are review videos, and in order to make a review on something, you have to have purchased it. Again, I don't think anyone's getting rich off the tiny commission rate that Amazon is paying its influencers. So the chances of you even earning back the money that you spent to buy the product in the first place is probably pretty low. But I like to think of it more as I'm getting a discount on this product to give my honest opinion of it. Okay, so those are all the side hustles that I've already tried, plus a few that I still want to start. Let me know in the comments if any of these ideas inspired you to want to start a new side hustle. And if so, what side hustle are you going to start? And don't forget that if you want to get into the side hustle that's made me the most money, which is selling digital products on Etsy, you can stick around a while and watch the video that's going to pop up at the end of this one. I did a bunch of research and I found some digital product ideas that have low competition and high demand, which basically means that they're really easy to break into and start making money as a beginner. Thanks for watching.